Paula Shaw had it all figured out. She ran a private flute studio and performed with the Baton Rouge Symphony until a video she saw of a dog being euthanized changed everything.
I could barely play in the opera that night. Like, I had a lump in my throat, and I kept thinking about it, and I just thought, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna help.
Now, Shaw is the assistant director of the Companion Animal Alliance shelter in Baton Rouge. The shelter saves around 4,000 to 5,000 cats and dogs each year, yet she is still concerned.
There's a lot of sad things that go on here. Obviously, animals that are terribly neglected and injured and hurt or too aggressive to be adopted, and that's really heartbreaking because I feel like people failed those animals.
Shaw hopes to see more animals each year find new homes, but she knows she must call on the surrounding community to help.
We work really hard to save them, but we can't do it alone. Like, the community has to help us.
One thing members of the Baton Rouge community can do is either adopt or foster dogs so that the animals spend more time at parks like this instead of being caged at a shelter.
Good girl.
Erica Haydell, an LSU senior, decided to help the cause and adopt one of the hundreds of dogs at the shelter. It didn't take her long to find a playful puppy that needed her.
She was just up on the gate, just like licking me, and none of the other ones were doing that, and I was like, I have to play with her. So I went out in the hall and played with her, and I was in love.
Little did Haydell realize she needed the love and company of a shelter pet almost as much as a black lab named Chloe needed her.
Since I am a biology major and I'm sitting here studying by myself so much, it's great to have her laying next to me and like licking my hand or wanting to play fetch. It's a great stress relief.
Now, it's time for the rest of the community to find a new best friend. For Tiger TV, I'm Kevin Forshag. Sam Petrie and Albert Blunt are the two student employees at Christ the King Catholic Church on LSU's campus. Doing anything from getting the mail to sacristan the Sunday Masses, Petrie knows his workdays can be very busy.
If you have the night Masses, you're here from 5 to 11:30 at night, non-stop.
However, one of the many perks of this job makes the long days easier.
After a long day working in the church, the two student workers don't have to commute home. All they have to do is walk through that door and down this hallway and around this corner to an apartment where they live.
As if living where you work isn't convenient enough already, the financial assistance makes it even better.
I mean, we live here for free. That's a huge perk.
While enjoying many perks including expense-free living and being only an elevator ride away from the church, the two residents must be ready to work whenever they are needed by the church staff.
So we're pretty much on call 24/7 here, which has kind of been a good thing because it kind of keeps us accountable and keeps us on our feet.
Petrie also likes being around his many friends that frequent the center. However, he has realized that sometimes living where people are constantly hanging out and studying can be a distraction.
Sometimes I have to force myself, either lock myself in the apartment or go somewhere else on campus to get work done because there's always people here.
All the distractions aside, Father Bob Stein believes that both Sam and Albert have a chance to not only gain work experience, but also grow spiritually at the same time.
So it gives them an opportunity, I think, to get closer to God and to express their Catholic faith in service to the church community.
As Petrie graduates from LSU in May, he will no longer have the luxury of free rent, but he knows he has been blessed with a great opportunity. For Tiger TV, I'm Kevin Forshag. The Red Stick Farmers Market provides a place for the Baton Rouge community to come together and exchange various goods, but not just anyone can sell their products here.
We only allow people here who are growing the foods.
Copper Alvarez, the executive director of Bretta, knows that it is important for the consumers to interact with the roughly 40 vendors that sell produce and other goods weekly at the three major Baton Rouge markets.
So you can always ask them, how was it grown? What are you growing? How do I cook it? Get to know the farmer.
However, there is one thing that is sometimes forgotten.
Many people who attend the market see products that are grown and made in Louisiana. What they don't see is what it takes to make the product and how it gets here.
Galen Iverstein, owner and operator of Iverstein Family Farms, has sold his beef, poultry, and pork at the Main Street Market since 2010. However, he believes there is something else that is just as important as providing the community with food.
It's important for us to educate the consumers on what's going on out here and making sure they're staying informed.
Iverstein raises hundreds of livestock so that he can provide their meat to the Baton Rouge community. He believes that selling to local restaurants and consumers will help a greater cause.
By supporting local community, keeping those dollars local and circulating inside the community, I think is very important no matter what you're doing.
The farmers market provides a place for local consumers and farmers to get together to exchange goods, advice, and a simple message that will help spread awareness.
We think it's really important to eat local and eat seasonally and know where your food comes from.
The future success of the market will help provide a better and healthier community for all. For Tiger TV, I'm Kevin Forshag.